Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Kevin Owens made a surprise appearance for a wrestling show outside WWE. He showed up along with a current champion. Axiom is one of the rising stars of the NXT brand. He is currently one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions. As the Black and Silver brand is gearing up for its biggest show of the year, Stand and Deliver, Fraxium has its work cut out for them. Several WWE stars, including Axiom, will be touring Europe for the next few weeks. With the March 14th episode of SmackDown set to take place at the Olympic Arena in Barcelona, Spain, Axiom is finally back in his home country. As a result, he made a surprise appearance at a Lucha Libre Rebellion show as a kid without his mask. Fans also noticed that Owens was seated in attendance for the same show. Sam Roberts explains why Randy Orton vs. Kevin Owens at WrestleMania 41 made sense. Randy Orton returned at WWE Elimination Chamber 2025 and attacked Kevin Owens after his unsanctioned match against Sami Zayn. He even went for the punt kick before WWE officials stopped him. This almost certainly guarantees Owens and Orton will face off at WrestleMania 41. However, some fans believe the unsanctioned match should have taken place at the Show of Shows. Speaking on his Not Some Wrestling podcast, Sam Roberts defended the idea of Orton facing Owens at WrestleMania. He stated that WWE could capitalize on the fact that both men have a banned move in their arsenal, which could affect their Mania match. It's an interesting scenario that they both have a banned move. Sam Roberts reminded of Kevin Owens using the pile driver on Randy Orton. Kevin Owens has the pile driver, Randy Orton has the punt kick. So, is it going to be a match where both moves are banned or legal? I feel like those moves have to play some kind of part in the way this match is done. It will be interesting to see if Randy Orton will get his revenge on Owens at WrestleMania 41. The world of professional wrestling thrives on surprises, but few could have predicted Kevin Owens' latest unexpected appearance outside of WWE, especially with the current champion by his side. The sighting sent shockwaves through the wrestling community, leaving fans speculating about what it could mean for the prizefighter's future in the ever-evolving WWE landscape. The shocking appearance. It all started when a group of wrestling fans in Toronto gathered for what was expected to be a routine promotional event at a local sports bar. The venue was hosting a watch party for WWE's latest premium live event, and fans were buzzing with excitement. However, the last thing they expected was for one of WWE's top superstars to walk through the door, accompanied by none other than WWE Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn. The crowd erupted as Owens and Zayn strolled into the venue, seemingly unbothered by the cameras and attention. Their presence immediately fueled speculation. Was this part of a larger WWE storyline? Was Owens teasing a departure from the company? Was Zayn, as a current champion, pushing the limits of his WWE commitments by appearing outside of a sanctioned WWE event? Kevin Owens' cryptic comments. As the two superstars settled in, fans eagerly approached them for autographs and selfies. Owens, never one to shy away from addressing speculation, grabbed a microphone when the event's host offered him a chance to speak. Toronto, what's up? Owens greeted the roaring crowd. I bet you weren't expecting to see us here, huh? The crowd erupted once more, chanting, KO. 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 Listen, I know what you're all thinking, Owens continued, smirking. Kevin, what are you doing here? Are you still in WWE? Are you about to show up somewhere else? And let me tell you, sometimes, it's fun to keep people guessing. The ambiguous comment only added fuel to the fire. Was Owens hinting at a major career move? Could he be testing the waters outside of WWE? Sami Zayn's role in the surprise appearance. Sami Zayn, the reigning Intercontinental Champion and Owens' longtime friend and rival, took the mic next. Look, I know how the internet works, Zayn chuckled. One blurry picture of us hanging out, and suddenly the rumor mill explodes. But let's just say, KO and I have a lot of history together. And sometimes, we just like to enjoy the world of wrestling outside of the machine. His words seemed to suggest that their presence wasn't necessarily WWE sanctioned, but it also didn't imply Owens was leaving. However, the fact that a current champion was making an unscheduled appearance outside WWE was a rare move that couldn't be ignored. Backstage reactions from WWE. Back at WWE headquarters, officials were reportedly taken by surprise by Owens and Zayn's unannounced public outing. According to sources, WWE's higher-ups weren't particularly thrilled about a current champion appearing in an unscripted setting alongside someone like Owens, who had been rumored to be nearing the end of his contract. Some reports indicated that WWE officials quickly reached out to both Owens and Zayn to clarify the situation. While no immediate disciplinary action was expected, the incident could lead to tighter restrictions on how WWE talent conducts themselves outside of company events. Fans speculate on Owens' future. The unexpected sighting sparked a wave of speculation online. Social media platforms were flooded with theories. Is Kevin Owens planning to leave WWE? Many fans pointed to his contract status and past frustrations with WWE's creative direction as potential signs that he might be exploring other opportunities. Could this be part of a larger WWE storyline? Some believe that Owens was deliberately planting seeds for a shocking return with a fresh angle. Is WWE allowing more freedom for its stars? With Triple H in charge of creative, some wondered if this was a sign that WWE was loosening its grip on talent appearances. The independent scene factor. Adding more intrigue to the situation was the fact that Owens and Zayn weren't just in Toronto for the watch party. Later that night, they were spotted backstage at an independent wrestling show, supporting a close friend in the industry. This only added more fuel to rumors about Owens possibly testing the waters outside of WWE. While it was unlikely that a current WWE champion like Zayn would be jumping ship anytime soon, Owens' status remained unclear. Owens breaks his silence on Twitter. The day after the surprising appearance, Kevin Owens took to social media to address the situation in his usual sarcastic style. "Had a great time with my best bud last night. Amazing how much chaos a couple of Canadians can cause just by showing up somewhere. Thanks for the fun, Toronto." He didn't confirm or deny anything, leaving fans to continue speculating. What's next for Kevin Owens? As of now, Owens remains under WWE contract, and there is no official word on him leaving the company. However, his appearance outside of WWE alongside a current champion has certainly shaken things up. If Owens was simply having fun and stirring the pot, he succeeded. But if this was a sign of things to come, then WWE might need to brace for a potential loss of one of its most beloved superstars. One thing is for sure, Kevin Owens knows how to keep the wrestling world talking. WrestleMania 41 was nothing short of spectacular, but one of the most talked about moments of the entire event was Kevin Owens' triumph in the main event. Many questioned whether Owens deserved this spotlight, whether he was the right man for the moment, and whether his journey to the top made sense. But when the dust settled, when the final bell rang, and when Owens stood tall with his arm raised, it was clear, Kevin Owens at WrestleMania 41 was not just logical. It was necessary. A long-awaited return to the main event. Kevin Owens had been a cornerstone of WWE for nearly a decade. He had delivered some of the most iconic matches, brutal rivalries, and passionate promos, yet for years, his name was absent from the WrestleMania main event scene. The last time he came close was at WrestleMania 38, when he faced Stone Cold Steve Austin in an impromptu match that stole the show. But Owens wanted more. He wanted his WrestleMania moment, not just a great match. For years, he was constantly in the upper mid-card, involved in meaningful feuds but never breaking into the main event title picture when it mattered most. However, as WrestleMania 41 approached, the stars aligned for Owens in a way that felt almost poetic. His relentless work ethic, ability to connect with fans, and reputation as one of the best storytellers in the business made it clear, if there was ever a time for Kevin Owens to take his place among WrestleMania legends, it was now. The road to WrestleMania 41, a story of grit and redemption. The journey to the grandest stage of them all wasn't easy for Owens. The previous year had been full of ups and downs, including a brutal betrayal at the hands of Sami Zayn, his longtime friend and rival. Their tag team championship run the year prior had ended in disaster, with Sami choosing to align himself with a rising faction that saw Owens as expendable. The betrayal lit a fire inside KO, leading him to refocus on his singles career. Owens fought tooth and nail through the Royal Rumble, delivering one of the best performances of his career. He lasted nearly an hour, eliminating some of the biggest names in the business before being the last man standing. With that victory, he punched his ticket to WrestleMania and secured a championship match for the undisputed WWE Universal title against none other than Cody Rhodes. Rhodes, who had completed his own redemption arc by defeating Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40, was riding high as the face of WWE. He had defeated challengers left and right, proving himself as a dominant champion. But Owens wasn't like the others. He wasn't there to be just another challenger, he was there to win. The emotional build-up. One of the things that made Owens' story resonate so deeply was the emotion behind it. Unlike the corporate chosen champions or the physically dominant monsters, Owens was the everyman. He wasn't sculpted like a Greek god, nor was he a legacy star born into wrestling royalty. He was a man who fought his way from the independent scene, proving himself time and time again. The build-up to WrestleMania 41 saw Owens and Rhodes engage in one of the most passionate rivalries in recent memory. Rhodes respected Owens but doubted whether KO could actually get the job done when it mattered. Owens, in return, took those doubts personally. "You keep talking about finishing the story, Cody. Well, my story isn't over either," Owens growled in one of his signature promos. "I've been scratching and clawing my entire career. And I don't care if I have to fight you, break you, or bleed all over that ring, I'm walking out of WrestleMania as champion." The WWE Universe was split. Cody had been their hero for a year, but there was something about Owens' fire that made fans believe in him. This wasn't a story of betrayal or personal grudges, it was a battle of two men, both believing they deserved to be at the top. The match, a war for the ages. When the bell rang in the main event of WrestleMania 41, the energy in the arena was electric. Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens stood face to face, each knowing that this was their moment. The match started with a flurry of counters, both men showcasing their incredible in-ring ability. Cody's technical expertise clashed with Owens' brute force and agility. The first turning point came when Owens countered the cross Rhodes into a pop-up powerbomb, sending Cody crashing into the turnbuckle. But Rhodes refused to stay down, showing the same resilience that had made him a champion. The match spilled outside the ring, where Owens executed a frog splash through the announce table, sending the crowd into a frenzy. Cody fought back, delivering multiple disaster kicks and a Cody cutter, but Owens refused to be defeated. The storytelling was masterful. Owens wasn't just fighting Cody, he was fighting every moment in his career where he had been overlooked, where he had fallen short. As the match neared its conclusion, Owens took a massive risk, climbing to the top rope for a swanton bomb. But Cody got his knees up, transitioning immediately into a crossroads. It looked like the end, but Owens kicked out at 2.99. The crowd erupted. Cody, in disbelief, went for a second crossroads, but Owens reversed it into a stunner, followed by a devastating package piledriver, a move he rarely used in WWE. He covered Cody, and the referee counted. 1, 2, 3. The stadium exploded as Kevin Owens collapsed to the mat in exhaustion and disbelief. After years of fighting, of struggling, of being told he was never the guy, Kevin Owens was finally at the top of the mountain. Why it made sense. Kevin Owens winning at WrestleMania 41 wasn't just a good story, it was the right story. Owens represented perseverance in its purest form. He wasn't handed anything, he earned it. His journey was one of trials, setbacks, and unwavering passion for the business. Cody's title reign had been a success, but Kevin Owens brought something different to the table. He was unpredictable, raw, and authentic in a way that few wrestlers could match. His victory proved that hard work, resilience, and an unrelenting drive could overcome even the biggest obstacles. For fans who had followed Owens' career from the independent scene to WWE, this moment was a reward for their faith in him. For newer fans, it was a testament to why Owens was one of the best in the world. The aftermath, a new era begins. As Kevin Owens stood on the second rope, hoisting the undisputed WWE Universal Championship high in the air, the landscape of WWE changed. The era of KO had begun. The next night on Raw, Owens cut an impassioned promo, thanking the fans but making it clear, he wasn't planning on being a transitional champion. "I fought for this moment. And I'll fight even harder to keep this title. Anybody who wants to take it from me better be ready for a war." WrestleMania 41 wasn't just a great night for Kevin Owens. It was the moment where he proved that he belonged among the greats. And when history looks back on this night, there will be no doubt, Kevin Owens at WrestleMania 41 made perfect sense.